Welcome to the update. I'm Eleanor Quirk. Extreme weather conditions continue across the country, with Queensland on flood alert as other states swelter. Townsville has recorded its wettest day in 48 years, with more than 280 millimetres of rain falling in just 24 hours. A number of evacuation orders are in place for low-lying communities. Queensland Premier David Crisafulli urging everyone in the area to heed warnings.
The most important thing is that we get through this without a loss of life. That's far more important than any asset, any home, any piece of community infrastructure. It's about people.
And as Queensland battles floods, emergency crews in Victoria are on high fire alert. Fire crews from New South Wales will travel to Victoria to help battle several large bushfires burning in the state. Strong winds and hot temperatures causing major concerns, and Luke Hegarty from the State Control Centre says dry lightning could also spark more fires.
We did see over 10,000 strikes hit Victoria during the last lot of dry lightning, which was on Monday. There's a potential that we have got fires out there that we don't know about yet that have just been smouldering in tree stumps. So the next few days with that amount of heat is a real concern for us.
Investigations are continuing in the US city of Philadelphia, where at least 7 people have been killed when a medical plane plummeted into a busy neighbourhood. Among the dead, a mother and her young daughter, who was a patient being transported, 4 Medivac flight crew members, and a man who was killed in his car when the Learjet exploded on impact. At least 19 others on the ground have been injured. Witnesses describing the horrifying scene.
You just hear everybody say, "Get down, get down, get down." When everybody say get down, we all get down. But I just see the plane is getting lower and lower and lower. It nipped the house. When it nipped the house, it hit a couple cars. Boom! And to the plaza, and to the Dunkin' Donuts, everywhere. I never seen nothing like that a day in my life.
Donald Trump has signed an executive order to put 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. China will be hit with a 10% duty, with all set to come into force on Tuesday. The US president has cited immigration as one reason, as well as the flow of the drug fentanyl into the country.
China makes the fentanyl. China makes the fentanyl, gives it to Mexico, puts it through Canada, puts it through different places, mostly Mexico, but also a lot through Canada. And so all three haven't treated us very well.
Sport and entertainment are next. To sport, and the Aussies have beaten Sri Lanka by an innings and 242 runs after enforcing a follow-on in the first Test match in Galle. Usman Khawaja named player of the match, scoring his first double century. He says he wasn't fazed by his low scores in the Test match against India.
Says that. To be honest, a month ago I was on top of the world too. We won 3-1. Cricket is a team game, and you want to score it all the time, but it's not always possible. So hopefully when you don't score, someone else does, and when someone else doesn't score, you score. That's the point of being a great team.
Melbourne is set to host an in-season NFL game. The match, tipped to be between the LA Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles, expected to be played at the MCG in October next year. Meanwhile, NFL star Travis Kelce won't be joining superstar girlfriend Taylor Swift at Monday's Grammys as he prepares for next week's Super Bowl. And music superstar Drake has surprised fans with a private show in Melbourne. The 38-year-old Canadian rapper took to the stage at a city club, delighting the crowd with some of his hits as well as new unreleased songs. It comes as he prepares to kick off his Australian tour in Perth on Tuesday. And that's the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you again soon for another episode of The Update.